Yeah, Smokey Robinson. And somebody recognised that who's listening.
Yes.
Yeah.
My dad recognised that, so shout out my dad, shout out my mum, shout out my grandma if you're listening.
So you were going to explain Footlights.
Yes, absolutely. I'll do a little explanation of what Footlights is. So the term we always use is it is the largest student musical theatre society in Exeter. We usually do about 7 shows every year, different shows throughout the year. But our big one is the one that's coming up, Anything Goes, in the Northcott. We do a few little performances in the Northcott in January, this year being Anything Goes. We have so many students working on our shows, but for this one specifically, we have over 80 students working on it, which is huge for us. The whole process is all student led, from the cast to the band to our sound team, tech team, prod team, creatives. Absolutely everyone is a student, which I think is something we pride ourselves on. It's huge for us to have something where we can have absolutely everyone being a student, be able to both express themselves artistically, but also be able to learn so much themselves through Footlights. We also do many other things throughout the year. We do a show near the end of the year, and then we have a separate sort of side of the society that go and actually perform at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, which is something that we're also really proud of, called Spotlights. Last year we performed Guys and Dolls in the Northcott Theatre, which was something we were really proud of. We had a sold-out final performance, which for students was a huge sort of thing for us. And then the year before, we did Singing in the Rain. So we try and do some big hits shows that are quite well known in the Northcott, and they go really, really well. We're really proud of it. And we're hoping that Anything Goes continues.
Builds upon that. Yeah.
That's a little rundown, I guess, on Footlights.
Right. And what are the other societies that are working with the guild then?
Yeah, so for theatre, there's tons. There's tons of us. We're grouped under a sort of a bracket called Theatre at Exeter. I guess we can give them a little shout. A few of them. There's another musical theatre society called Shotgun Theatre, who do musical theatre shows that have a little less dance in them. So they're currently performing Rent. They're going to be doing that in the Barnfield Theatre. And then we have the more straight play side. So we have UCO, which is the Exeter University Theatre Company. We have
Shakespeare Society. Shakespeare Company, rather.
Yeah, sorry. There's tons. I don't want to forget any. We have Teeth, which is the ones which are done by the plays are made by students and written by
student-written plays,
and then performed.
And also Comedy Silk as well.
Yeah, Comedy Society as well. So we have a big range of theatre societies that all perform under one bracket, and we're all actually quite connected. It's something that we're all quite proud of. The students and the casts all jump between them all, and same with the creative teams, prod teams. We all sort of help each other out to get the best sort of shows we can do. Yeah. It's a good way of helping everyone out when, student theatre doesn't have the biggest budgets. We're all able to come up with some really creative ideas together and put on these amazing shows, and we all go to support each other.
Yeah.
It's something we're all quite proud of. The amount of theatre opportunities there is outside of the subject itself. You can literally perform in so many shows throughout the year, and it's definitely one of the most appealing things, I think, to Exeter University.
I mean, it's even great for meeting people, because I know that I mentioned it earlier about how there's loads of different people from different degrees who come and join theatre societies. I don't think I would have met James. I don't think I would have met some of my best friends if I hadn't done this society. So even you were mentioning how connected it all is. It's just interesting in that sense that you get to meet people that you probably wouldn't have met before.
Yeah, but from a Footlights perspective, we like to think we put on some great shows that you should come and watch.
Right. Well, you're taking the risk of performing at the Northcott.
Yes.
So you've got to be fairly confident.
We like to think we are. We Guys and Dolls, I think, was so successful last year for us. It was our most successful Northcott we ever did, and we've tried to work on the same sort of foundations as how to do that. We also were really boosted by the Northcott's actual reception of our show itself. And we really just want to continue sort of that trajectory and keep student theatre and amateur theatre in these big venues where people can come and watch big productions, but with actually small budgets, but able to put some really high level quality. And especially for our students, we like to think that we can do that to the highest possible ability as a sort of a hobby as well on the side.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how are you thinking of promoting it? Apart from coming to Phonic FM
on this radio. We do a lot. So the big one is we've got the Prncesshay,
exactly,
which we'll try and push to the community itself by coming there. We're doing a few other small things that we're going to try and do this year, reaching out to nursing homes, schools, seeing if we can do anything there, see if we can get anyone to come from that.
So what would you do with schools, for example?
It's something we're working on this year. It's new this year. We've never done it before. It's something that, as a committee, we wanted to bring in this year to really push the community focus. It's something we're still working on, trying to see exactly how we could do that. So if we could ever get anyone to reach out, that'd be amazing. But we definitely are trying to see if we can bring kids to come watch our shows, or even if we were to perform at the school for a little bit, say in nursing homes. We just want to be able to bring theatre to people that may not be able to have the access to come to theatre.
Yeah.
We don't want to have theatre be a limit by actually having to physically come to the theatre itself. We want to bring our music, our bands, our shows to other areas, like on the radio, so people can listen through that way, to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to enjoy theatre, no matter what ability they are, how they're able to access a theatre space. We want everyone to be able to come and listen to us, and I think our cast also would like to be able to perform as many times as possible.
Yeah. We do. Right. We love performing, and it's just great that we have been given like quite a few opportunities beyond, or like at least been trying to get some more opportunities beyond, the four shows that we're doing in January.
Yeah. So what other venues are there within the campus that you can use?
That's a good question, actually. There's quite a few. One of our other ones we use is actually a building that is just on campus called K House. It's a theatre sort of space.
Yes. We use it for rehearsals every week.
Yeah, it's where we rehearse. It's just on campus, a bit more out of the way, a bit of a trek to get over there. Yeah. But it's a really good venue. It's
fantastic.
For the Guild, they offer it us for free, and it's a really great opportunity for us just to be able to get in there. You can do some really creative things there because you can manipulate the space yourself. So you can create shows in the rounds, in traverse. It's a really good sort of venue to be able to put on some really fun shows. Yeah. It's much smaller scale than the Northcott, but that works really well. There's a few others on site. There's one within the main building. I forgot what it's called. The theatre, I think it's called.
Is it the Great Hall?
You also
there is the Great Hall.
The Great Hall. There's another one. There's quite a few. There's definitely tons. Yeah. But there's always opportunities to perform on campus for very little, if not for free.
Yes.
Provided by the Guild, which is something, again, I think a lot of the societies really appreciate. They really do give us the opportunity to express ourselves artistically at very, very low cost, which is something that I don't think many other sort of universities can match that Exeter can give us.
Yeah, but I don't want to get into too much controversy sort of things, but it is the Guild doing that. K House is where, I think that's where I went for this talk on how to write a musical during the Elevate Festival.
Yeah,
and it's a fantastic building. They've got a grand piano.
Yes,
which is quite a rare resource.
Yeah, it's very liked by some of our people. They do like to play it. Yeah,
but it's the Guild that's providing this resource. It's not the university as such.
I can't say I know myself, but I believe it is through the Guild. Yeah,
and going back to it, the drama course as an academic course is not covering music as such.
No, within the degree, there are definitely opportunities to get involved in. We do have a studio which is very similar to this, and that we can like record stuff, and we can edit our own films, and we can make our own short movies, and whatever the capacity that may be. But as far as music goes, there isn't a separate degree of music or.
There's but an element within the drama. So if there wouldn't be like training in dancing or choreography or choreography,
there's definitely opportunity
like that as part of the.
Not through the university itself, but through the Guild.
Through the Guild, yes.
Yeah. Right. There are tons through. I think that's the one thing I would say is that whilst it may not be offered through the university per se, the Guild definitely offers a lot. Again, there's tons of dance societies. Can't say I know it too well. I can't say I'm the best dancer, so it's not something that I particularly know too much about. But I know there's quite a few dance societies that do that, and you can get some great sort of skills you can develop in choreography. Our choreographer herself is incredibly talented in choreography, and we've had
Chloe Gorshikov.
Yeah, she'll like that. But we've got quite a few people like that, and we've had previous choreographers who've come through the dance societies and then choreograph for us.
Yes.
Right.
So the Guild do offer a lot that per se the university doesn't offer, but the Guild definitely picks up a lot of that sort of extra stuff that you can learn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, that's all. Well, the sort of implications of that for the university, I'll sort of go back to somebody else for that because I don't think we should get into that too much. But I'm interested in the drama courses because they're calling it communication in recent years. The word communication to describe the courses is coming up.
So we have a faculty called Communications, Film and Drama, and communications is a degree in itself. It's not necessarily an umbrella term for other degrees. They are separate, but we are all under the same faculty. I can't say I know too much about the communications degree as in itself because it is quite a new degree. But there's defo, we use a lot of the same spaces. We use a lot. There's probably crossover between modules and conveners of those modules, and I think while we are connected, I think by the same faculty, there's definitely still some sort of things that stand alone between them all.
So has that sort of been a way into digital ways of communicating? So there'd be like video editing or sampling, a more remix approach to content and storytelling.
Do you mean from like a drama degree perspective?
Well, I'm not sure how it's organised or where it's going, but you've said that there is courses specifically in communication.
Yes.
But then there's other courses which are specifically drama, but they're within the faculty that is now called communication, and so there just seems to me to be other sorts of concern that are gaining prominence within the mix of things that are on offer.
So you mentioned about digital means of communication, and so does that mean like radio and
well, I mean radio is in between, I think.
Yes.
I think because I'm just aware that like Phonic is presenting music, either touring bands that are coming to Exeter or Exeter bands that are being promoted and developing, and up until 15-20 years ago, the radio would be the main way that they were promoted and discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's clearly changed in that social media and streaming media are I wouldn't say they've destroyed radio, but they're on a level.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment it's all mixed up.
Yeah.
And it seems to me that the academics using various ways of describing it are altering the skill set or the areas of study that they're offering to students, and so there seems to be like film is recognised within the academic terms.
Yes,
then.
film and television studies is a degree in itself.
So film and television are established media.
Yes.
Whereas social media is not. It's still very dangerous and should be banned and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
In educational terms.
Mm.
But it's gradually changing. It just seems to me by using the word communication as an overall term, it's broadening the scope of it.
Yes. I mean, I can't necessarily speak on
how communications
is.
Not something we really know a lot about, I don't think.
No, I'm completely,
They're under the same umbrella term, but I think maybe I'll take it from a business faculty.
Okay, yeah.
They're under the same faculty and they share the same resources. I don't know how it works on that side of things, but for example, economics and the finance, whilst that you can take similar modules, and there are between the two, they keep them separately, and they share resources, but they're not pushed together. I don't know how that works on the side of communications and drama and film. I would not know. I do maths and numbers. I don't do that thing, but I would like to think they're still probably the same thing, that they're under the same resource branch, but are still separate. We don't know many people that do communications. I don't particularly know anyone. But I'd like to think then that it's not becoming something that's pushed together. But it's an interesting idea.
Well, I'll try and find out more about it. But
yes.
You are. If my suss on what communication is about, because the other way I've heard about it is digital storytelling,
right?
Which is a new postgraduate offer.
Okay.
And that I think includes games.
Okay.
But the games is going off into virtual reality or augmented reality. There's various things which a lot of places would approach as a sort of technology concern.
Yeah.
But as I understand it, that's part of storytelling.
Right.
If you just say storytelling can mean a lot of different
things. It really
things.
can. Yeah.
Yes, it absolutely can. I mean, as far as you mentioned communications, obviously those degrees that are offered, communications, drama, and film and television studies, which are all under the same faculty, we all uplift each other.
Yeah.
You're able to take modules from different degrees. You can do sorry, I'm like
carry on.
my words. You can the university offers joint honours. You can do drama and communications, or drama and film and television studies.
Even I could take a communications module.
Exactly.
So
from the business school.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that the university is quite good at, is that you can take modules in different areas.
Yes.
So if I wanted to take a module in communications or drama, it's something I could do. I think is one of the good things about the university is that there's quite a lot of people that do just for one module to be able to learn something specific about something niche to them.
Yes.
It's something that's quite easy to do, and I don't think it really complicates anything to do with your degree in any sense. It's actually for a lot of people really interesting, really beneficial. So it's something that's quite good about the university, is that I remember when you pick your modules at the start of every year, you get this huge list of hundreds of modules. You're thinking, oh my God, we're on ancient history. I didn't even know I'd be allowed to take ancient history, but okay, yeah. But no, it's one of the good things about the university is you can just take a wide range of modules. Yeah.
So if you were just doing a marketing course in the business school, and you decided you needed to work out short form video, what to do with it, you could do that.
I believe so. I can't comment on every single degree itself, but you could maybe take one module in it quite easily.
Exactly. I mean, even as a degree, communications, drama or film, they offer workshops outside of the degrees, which are still run by the faculty, within the
same branch.
Within the same branch. Yes, exactly. But so those workshops and professionals come in and give talks, whether that may be like radio hosts or actors or directors.
I do believe that communications in itself does do a lot of talk about AI and sort of hold the digital space as well. I think it's under the same branch. I actually remember off the top of my head, I do know someone who takes it actually. They do say that it is separate. Whilst it's under the same branch, it is quite separate. From what I'm remembering, I know someone who takes communications, and they do say that it's quite a separate thing.
So the AI, let's stay with that. I think we'll play a track in a bit, because we're going over our 10-minute sort of guide.
No,
that is only a guide.
No, it's fine.
But I did go to a 2-day conference towards the end, sort of June this year, about AI and AI in creative industries, as to how it could be used. And there was a lot of doubt about it. A lot of people saying, well, this is going to make life very, very hard for creative people.
Yeah. I think it's something that talk about in every module, economics, we do a lot of talk about AI. And I actually think you could probably link this back to Footlights in the theatre in a way, is that AI obviously can do so much, but I think from our perspective, it can't do a musical theatre show to the same level that we would like to think we can. And it's something that the personal connection of a human on a stage singing with a live band of other humans doing it, and the whole interaction there, playing to someone in the audience, and also just listening to actual people singing songs and stuff in whatever format, is something that there's a personal connection there that I don't think AI could ever breach. I'd like to think so anyway. I
can't say that I agree with AI in being used in creative spaces. I can't say I necessarily agree with AI being used. Period, like anyway, full stop. But specifically in a creative sense, like just going off what James was saying, it just can't bring that level of like humanity and like human connection, which is so pivotal to the creative industry and creativity in general.
I think one of the things that makes, for example, Footlights so special is the people itself involved in it, and the shows. When you go to watch a musical theatre show, it is watching people, or seeing a band, or knowing that someone who's putting work behind the scenes on the tech, and it's a human that's done that. I think it really has quite a special sort of place there. It's something that from a vice president perspective, when I get to see the cast doing a show, I get to hear the band, it's the knowing of, I know that person, they're doing an amazing job at what they're doing, and it's an amazing thing to be able to watch. I think that's that personal connection that actually holds a lot more power than anything AI could ever do.
There's also that purpose, you know, that kind of like what's like, I think this might sound really dramatic, but like what's kind of like your purpose in life, like what's your purpose in this role, in this company, and what are you bringing off your own talents, off your own sort of like time and effort that you put into something. What are you bringing that can enhance the entire project?
I tell you, there's no AI use and anything goes.
No, okay. But I think it sort of gets back to what I was saying earlier about my thoughts on live performance drama in theatre, and what radio's doing or what social media is doing as ways of promoting it. Or allowing remix or sampling, all of those things. So if you go back to music, how that's developed over 20 years or 30 years, it's been on a downward trend, let's say, from that point of view, from some points of view. Live performance is still flourished.
Still flourishing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's something we're really proud of. Footlights, it's no different with the bringing it in. I don't think any live theatre really is. I think it's something that, in a way, may actually benefit from it, and that it won't be harmed by this new AI force coming in. We will always keep that human connection. It's what ultimately makes theatre special, and any form of art special, is its human connection between two people.
Absolutely, yeah.
So the AI is let's say, is just a way of promoting it.
Yeah.
If you sort of hang on to the fact is that experience in a theatre or in a live performance.
Yeah.
That is the crucial element.
Yeah.
AI is a way of, say, identifying an audience that might be interested.
Yeah.
And coming up with means of communicating with them.
Yeah.
To encourage them to buy a ticket or to put their time to it.
We don't particularly use it in any format in that as well, because, for example, coming on the radio is our way of promoting it.
Exactly.
And we wouldn't use it there. And I guess from an economics perspective, I always go back to that sometimes. We obviously talk about AI quite a lot, especially sort of how it impacts the economy and stuff. And we would always say that it's much more to do with automation. AI at the moment, it's very much about research and automation, and that it's hard to break into the art space because ultimately humans want to talk to other humans most of the time, we'd like to think, and especially with theatre, that, as I've said a few times now, is something that is so important, is being able to just see someone else perform. And I think that's what we would like to bring when anything goes, is that you'll get to watch students that you may not know, but you'll know that the students have put so much work in. You get to support the local community, and we'd like to do the same, and be able to bring this idea of 80 different students who are all come from different backgrounds across the country, coming together and putting on a show. And that's something that AI could never replicate.
Well, okay, but identifying. Well, I'm going to put this in a general sort of question, but we won't get into the statistics and demographics and so forth. But I think
with me,
you have got some with you.
No, that was
Well,
I mean,
just in general terms, because one of the things AI is supposedly very good at is identifying exactly what you like to listen to and offering you more or less exactly the same. So in some ways, it has a pretty disastrous effect of making everything very homogenous and unpredictable or not unpredictable. But what you're saying is that this production, it's a 1930s musical, and you're going to be doing it pretty much in the style that it was done,
but our own twist on it. One of the things that we have as students is. It could seem as a restriction, but it's of a budget. We can't match a West End budget, but in a way, I would actually say that is a benefit to us because it allows our team especially our creative team, our tech team, to really put their own creative spin on it. And you get to see things that you would never be able to see in other places, because they just spend the thousands of pounds on it. And we get to bring in this really cool sort of special versions of the show, where you get to see amazing versions, handmade costumes, different things like that.
What I'm getting at is, well, there's not many people about who went to the theatre in the 1930s.
Yeah.
But there's people who heard radio in the 50s.
Yes.
Who exist now.
Yeah.
Who are part of the potential audience.
Yes.
And they've got an idea of what music sounded like before the war and how it survived after the war. So if AI could identify exactly who those people are within a 50-mile radius of the Northcott Theatre who've got time in their hands towards the end of January, would that be interesting?
It'd be an interesting perspective. I can't exactly say we'd have the money to be able to do that.
Well, the AI is supposed to be really cheap.
It's meant to be, but I don't think it's the most accessible at the moment still.
No.
Especially with that in terms of trying to find people specifically.
So it doesn't work?
I can't say.
I can't say we know, whether we know point blank whether it does or doesn't work. But ultimately, that we've been putting on musicals in the Northcott for years now, so we know that we can bring in audiences without the use of.
It's worked in the past. And we know we can base off our judgment of the show, of the target audience. We know the people we want to bring in, especially previous audiences. The Northcott can help out with that as well. Something I guess I spend my time doing as the treasurer, trying to make sure we have big audiences. It's something that I try and figure out where we can try and find people.
So how would you find people who are under 45, let's say, who are listening to all sorts of different music, who haven't heard Cole Porter songs? How would you find them?
It's a mixture of a lot of things. For example, coming on today, talking about it, performing in the Prncesshay Saturday, being walking past and going, "Oh, I like that song. That was interesting. I wonder what that is." Things like that. Reaching out, social media, especially for people our age.
Yes, absolutely.
Social media goes quite far.
Right. Okay. So, when you say social media, how do you think social media operates? How much is AI influencing it?
I know it definitely has some sort of influence on it. Obviously, there's a lot of algorithms that are used to figure out what you like. But obviously, one of the big things for us is we have a huge base of students already in Exeter who, through social media, were able to get to come to our shows, people's parents from that, and then it sort of spans out from there to other people within the local area. And things like that is sort of the main basis of we use. That's one of our main frontiers of advertisement to the show is through social media. But as much as social media can get students, there's obviously a huge amount of people that don't use social media but may listen to the radio, or we may personally try and reach out to them by going to Prncesshay or handing out flyers when we're in town. Different formats, because as much as social media can hit a certain demographic, not all demographics use social media or can even be connected or identified through AA because they just don't have that sort of branch, and so you have to find the different niches to find as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Again, something that AI could never find is someone that does not have social media, a phone, or things like that, and other outlets we need to go through. And that's something that, again, we've done for years now, and it's something we want to continue to do.
Yeah. So really, you haven't taken in AI.
No.
Potentially helping you very much at all.
I don't think it would have a huge benefit to us, or a cost-benefit analysis. You can use AI to some level, but for free, there's not a lot of benefit we could get from it, and something we don't want to really have being used. We like that human connection at Footlights. We're a theatre company that, when AI is trying to get into your space, you don't want it to take over you.
Exactly.
And so you want to keep it.
We have students in those specific roles who want to, who for them, that's their creative outlet. On committee, we have marketing manager Isabel Horn, and she, and then even committee, we have marketing. In the actual company, we have marketing. We have a pub fund team. So ultimately,
they'll know better than we do exactly how they'll go about it.
But because there's people who really strive off that, who that like vein of creativeness, and that vein of like, that's their method of creative outlet. Why wouldn't we want to showcase
their talent rather than get something that is a code? To release their talent. We want to use the people we've got in Exeter. They're all, again, more students.
Yeah, exactly.
It's something that we're really proud of.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I know this is my sister. She is currently doing a graphics degree, and like I would hate for something that is so unpersonal and so like just probably can't do the job to the same standard to remove that opportunity for people who like I just said, that's
graphics is definitely challenged at this time. The way that AI can produce just one image is very well known and very widely used.
It is.
I'm sure there's still a role for graphic designers to place that or choose around that, work with it. But a lot of graphic designers are including that in their workflow.
They are. It's an interesting space, AI, I think.
Yes.
But I think from our perspective, it's not something we particularly use at the moment. Maybe 5 years down the line we are. Once we're no longer at university, we've graduated and hopefully have nice jobs.
So you'll use it in something else.
Maybe, but at the moment it's not something we really think about. We've got our own degrees to think about as it is. Bringing in new things like that is not something we want to.
Ultimately, we can't deny that like it is being used, and it is being used in creative spaces, and it is something that like is has to be tackled in one way or another.
It has to be tackled, but it's not. I don't think it's particularly something we focus on.
No. Okay. Well, it's interesting to me because this event which was looking at AI Exeter and Creative Exeter, and there was an energy looking at AI is a topic, and there's interest in how it's going to affect the economy. So that's something to work with. But there was also a lot of reservations similar to the ones that you've raised, and the whole event was designed to close with a summary of the connections that could be made with economic development organisations in the southwest, and therefore that the positive aspects of AI definitely were part of the conclusion. But I sensed that the sort of reluctance and the critique was very strong in the audience. And from what you're saying, that's still the case.
Yeah, I think from my research that we do on my course, there is, on a macro level and a whole national level, it definitely can have benefits. I think it will benefit in different ways, but I think its biggest critique will always be the art space. And as someone that is working in the arts right now on a committee for a really big show, we don't want to use that, and it's a big critique. I think will always be there for the art space. Art is made for humans, not for code.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use AI to the extent of looking at YouTube recommendations because I've started a playlist, of songs around Anything Goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And YouTube then offers you tracks they think you should add to your playlist. And about 25% of the time they get it right. There's a lot of stuff they just offer me because they know it's what I like anyway. And I'm not listening to Cole Porter all the time, so, so some of it is off topic. But I'm going to carry on looking at that because my point of view is that you could, what these sort of chatbots or other sources come up with, it should be considered.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to take it all.
But it's there.
But it's there, so you might as well look at it. So some of the marketing people for the show, they might, I don't know how much research you can get for nothing or on a low budget, but there may be a way of discovering existing Cole Porter fans who would like to go out in the evening, and or younger people who have discovered that sort of music. Maybe,
well, that's something they can definitely have a look at, I guess.
Absolutely.
And there's various ways of working that out.
Well, I mean, they could, but I don't want to speak on behalf of them. I mean, I don't think.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I'm going to go back to the it's died on me.
Oh no.
The CD player needs refreshing. So therefore, I'm going to play your "De Lovely."
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So this is one that you've prepared earlier.
Yes. So myself, just to bring it back slightly.
Absolutely.
I'm playing Hope Harcourt, who is a debutante. She is upper class, and she is being courted by someone who is definitely not in her class, Billy Crocker, who is played by Felix Hepburn. And this song is just is midway through the show, and it's a proper love duet. It's a romance song at the end of the day.
Classic
and
musical theatre.
Yeah, we gave it a little sing song yesterday.
It's a little snippet of it, isn't it?
Yeah, a little snippet for your enjoyment.